Hey, how's it going? This video might be a day late. I don't know. Our internet's a piece of crap right now.
Yes.
And it's tough to run a website. We have no internet.
This is true.
So I apologize. This comes out on the, what would be, the 8th, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah. We watched Severance today. And a lot weirder than I remember it being. I remember it being more funny than just kind of trippy.
Yeah. I honestly didn't really like it that much. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it was okay. There were some chuckles, but
I think I was drunk when I saw it the first time.
That probably would have helped. I don't know. It's not bad. I mean, I don't know that I'll ever watch it again, but I'm glad that I've seen it once. It felt really forced to me. Like, even the humor was like, we're going to put a joke here, and we're going to make sure we set this joke up, and we're going to very much make you aware that we're setting this joke up, and then we're going to do the joke. And then, like, I didn't like that there wasn't, like, who are the bad guys really? And it's just, like, I mean, I don't mind, like...
You got a pretty good idea who they are. I think all you need to know is there's somebody that have been wronged by that like Halliburton-esque company.
Yeah. But I think this goes back to our, constant argument over Halloween and the remake of Halloween. I like the remake because there's something to the killer as opposed to the killer.
I always trend more towards the people effect, like the people doing dying and the people doing the killing.
Yeah.
It's like, how does it affect them? But this isn't really a movie for that kind of... It's not like Halloween. It's not...
No.
Not
at all.
I don't think they're trying to do that.
But I think that's like a big part of it for me is it's like, I at least need a small reason. And I feel like there's reasons hinted at. But never anything kind of given for sure.
I think they're intentionally obtuse, though, because they go through that whole dinner scene where everyone has a different kind of a source story for who the people might be. Some are funny. One was I like the lady one. I was hoping for that. It's kind of funny, like how they all kind of like wrapped in. Like there's 3 stories. One about the old like asylum in the silent film. It's silent film style flashback. There's one that was more rational about these criminals of war who've been held prisoner. And then just escaped or whatever. Then the third one was like sex fantasy hospital thing. And they all kind of work in because you got when the guy got his foot cut off when he was dragged to that room. I don't know if you noticed, but it was like they were it was like I don't know what you call it, the room you take in to get people strapping the electrodes in their heads, and like an insane asylum. It was an insane asylum. And then you have, like, they'll have, like, military weaponry and stuff like that, flamethrowers and all that stuff, so you figure they're military people, too, so they're not just, like, crazy asylum people. Then you got the end, you got the 2 vixens that save the day. So it's kind of weird. I mean, it's not really rationalizing anything in the movie, but it's just, I thought it was kind of neat. Kind of goofy. I remember it being a lot more funny than it was. It's like I said already.
Like I said, there's some humorous moments. I think I probably should have prefaced it. I'm really, really tired right now. And I think that's a lot of it, is that it was just, like, I didn't have to fight to stay awake. Like, it, for the most part, kept my attention. Even though I did feel it was a kind of slow pace. Like, it took a while to get going.
It did. Yeah.
But, there were enough humorous moments to make me chuckle, and, but overall, it was meh.
Okay. That's fine. I just, like, no one knows about this movie at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
I've never heard of it
I can see it becoming a cult classic if it found an audience. It's that kind of movie. It's just that it has really a niche appeal.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it has an identity crisis, personally, because it goes in between the really weird moments and these really kind of hardcore horror scenes. Yeah. It's like, we're gonna make this a horror movie for a little bit. Then we're gonna go back to crazy stuff in a little while. Yeah. So if this is your first time seeing it, if you liked it, spread the word. I guess help these indie filmmakers out. I guess.
I'm all for that.
Yeah. That's kind of why I like doing 31 Days of Horror.
Oh, yeah.
They're usually movies that we haven't seen, and they're usually independent movies too. Yeah. Not that I'm saying their independent movies are inherently better than Hollywood movies.
No, because we
found out last year.
I'm sure there's at least one on there this year. Well, two actually, because we already watched one.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if I'd call that an indie. I mean, they had enough budget for Wes Craven, so.
I think that was the whole budget. We're talking about The Fear. I think that was the entire budget. That and the Bicentennial Man suit. Favorite scene. Let's send off Severance with the favorite scene or something approximated. Favorite scene in this movie. Scene that you hated the least.
Why don't you go first?
Okay.
I need to think for.
You have to think for a while. I have a couple, but I'll pull one out. I always kind of go for just like in Shudder. I kind of go for the kind of misdirection. Usually, if a horror movie can misdirect you, because we're all savvy now. We've seen so many horror movies that we see a lot of stuff coming. So I really enjoyed the scene where it was Jill, the dark-haired girl, when she woke up in the middle of the night to go get a drink of water, and she stands up and they set up that the spider's on her back as she walks off, and and trips in that same hole that sets up the thing later. And then she gets her water. You see the spider still crawling. She comes back and then looks in the mirror, and you expect this big this typical horror shriek, but she kind of is like, oh, it's a spider. She takes it off and lets it outside, and that's when you get the moment because you see someone in the trees. So I kind of like moments. So it's like that one dark room scene in Shudder where it's kind of like, we're gonna kind of throw you a curveball here. We're gonna play it. I thought that was executed fairly well. Okay, but I like some of the scenes. I like the one with the dude gets his head chopped off, and that was really stupid. It's a really stupid
like that was one of the ones that I was like specifically when they started having that conversation. I was like, one of the two of them is going to get their head chopped off, and they're going to make a point of being alive still after their head's been chopped.
Yeah, but I like that they had kind of addressed that. It's literally a wink and nod at the audience. It's like, duh. Of course you knew that was going to happen.
I can tell you what was going to be my favorite scene, and then it ended up, they ended up losing me.
Okay.
When it first started, I was like, I really like this scene. I think this is going to be my favorite scene in the movie. And then they just beat that horse until it was...
Okay. I don't know what you're referencing.
It was the bear trap with the leg.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was the first time, that's funny. They open it, claps it, and it's funny.
Yeah, that kept happening. Though.
Third time, okay, that's fine. And by the 17th time, it's kind of all right, okay, I get it. It's hard to open, and you guys are idiots. So, haha, move on now, please. I
also kind of like trying to stuff the leg into the refrigerator scene. It's kind of a neat little moment.
So that's probably there wasn't anything that really stood out for me. Like I said, that one, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, this is kind of funny, and then they just pushed it way too far, and they lost me.
Okay. Fair enough. What's next? What's tomorrow?
Hexan.
Hexan.
Witchcraft through the Ages.
Not Hexan, not the video game.
No.
Hexan.
Haxan.
Yes. You can find this movie. It's an old movie.
Yeah.
We're going to warn you up front here.
Silent, I believe.
Silent. Probably some music.
Yeah.
You can find it practically everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's in the public domain. It's really old, from the 20s. Late 20s? 29, 27, something like that.
Late 20s, early 30s.
It's on Google Videos. It's on YouTube. It's also on Hulu Plus. But why pay for Hulu Plus if you can find it free somewhere else? Yeah. We want to watch it just because we want to watch it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch this one for a while. It's a Criterion movie, and I'm obsessed with Criterion movies.
So it was adopted by Criterion.
So yeah, I've been meaning to watch this one for a while. I've heard things about it that it's
kind of Reefer Madness.
That it's like unintentionally funny. Yeah, like it's intended to like
something that Riff Tracks would have a lot of fun with, probably.
Yeah, maybe. But I could be, mishearing that, and it's just really effed up and weird.
Yeah, well, that'd be good too.
Crazy. So
I'll take both.
We shall see.
We'll find out tomorrow on Saturday. This is supposed to be Friday. This is actually Friday. This is Friday.
We're recording.
Actually, we're recording on the day we're supposed to be recording.
Yeah. So it'll be Saturday.
Yeah.
The 8th, starting of week 2.
Yeah. So follow along. Join the website too.
Yeah. It's up. Do it.
Do stuff.
We can't get to it, so you guys might as well.
Okay. Go have conversations amongst yourselves while we kind of suck our thumbs and rock back and forth the corner of a dark room because the internet doesn't work. That's my reaction. That's how I.
It is.
That's how I cope to no internet.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's true.
Mm-hmm. Thumbs all chapped and. Yeah. Okay. Wrinkled, pruny. Bye.